Hola! Hey, it's another vlog. So, everything from this video was recorded over the last, 2 weeks or so. Some of the footage actually predates the last video, and I'm just kind of going through everything. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm just going through all the footage and putting everything together. Just kind of working on getting the house set up and getting moved in and trying to find all the stuff that's in boxes. Most of it's labeled. The last few days leaving the old place, everything was just getting shoved into bins and not being labeled. So there's a few things that are a little bit harder to find. And then also the last stuff I packed was the stuff I used the most. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyhow, enjoy a few clips from the last few weeks. Well, I guess I might as well start vlogging stuff. So I just cleaned out the fireplace. It was... well, I didn't realize quite how deep it was. This entire bucket was in there. I'm gonna go stick this outside in a little concrete box for a few days while it finishes doing whatever's happening in there, but yeah, we got room for a little more wood in here now. The ash was piled up to probably about here, and the stove is much larger now. I'm tired again, or still, I don't know. I think the plan is to burn up all the firewood that's here at the house, then swap this thing out for a pellet stove. Because, yeah, it does generate a lot of heat and it does keep the house warm, but I also won't have to worry about hauling away all that wood or having it sitting out there and attracting spiders constantly. Oh, it's early. I'm gonna get some coffee. All right, so I was cleaning out the fireplace. By the way, this is not what you think it is. I pulled an entire 5-gallon bucket of ashes out of here, and the only thing left was a little bit of light dust. But I noticed this big piece of angle iron that was sitting down here behind the stove. So I vacuumed that off, and it looked like it was supposed to go inside the stove because it was all burned. And then also I noticed there was 2 of these bricks on the bottom. There was one there and another one right there. I got to looking around under here, and there's like sort of an air ventilation system. I don't know if you can see, there's a pipe back there with holes in it. There's another one here. But I got to looking. There's might be too dark. There's a layer of bricks up here, and there was a hole where 2 of them were. And I was like, oh, these are supposed to go up here. And I noticed that there's a piece of angle iron back there around that one air dissipation tube, but there wasn't one here. So I put the angle iron up here, and I'm getting the bricks set back up in there. It's got a system where the air comes in and circulates around and goes around a few things. And those fire bricks are supposed to be on the top to keep all of the direct heat from going straight up the flue. And they kind of redirect it around some heat channels that are in here so heat can come out here as well. But anyways, someone had this thing put together improperly. So we're getting it all taken care of now. So let's see if we can get this one back in the hole here. There we go. Now, this sort of blocks stuff from going straight up, and it directs everything up into this channel here, which goes through this heat exchanger before it ends up going up the chimney. Yeah, interesting stuff. I'm glad I cleaned it out. That's probably why this thing, while the fire was burning in it, it wasn't getting nearly as hot as it should. And this chimney seemed like it was getting really hot. So actually, now that I'm looking at that, it looks like we might have had a water issue. There's a bunch of rust coming down from the damper valve there. Yeah, anyways, like I said, this thing's only temporary until I get all the wood burned up. I'm gonna fire this thing back up and see if it works better now. All right, there we go. The window's all clean. We've got about 5 more inches of depth inside there. We've got our fire bricks placed back where they're supposed to be. And yeah, I think we're good. Ready for another week or 2 of burning before we gotta clean it again. Good times. All right, the time has come. I've officially moved. And the way you know that is because I just put on the first batch of cold brew coffee. Now, yes, it was Folgers, but as we've determined previously, the Folgers Classic Roast actually cold brews really well. So we've got the cold brewer set up right here. I'm just kind of going through stuff right now. Actually, I think you can see it here. There's some weird sludge on this countertop I'm cleaning off. There you can see. It's all sticky. Yeah, so I'm kind of going through there, and then I've got to figure out the lighting in this place for filming and stuff. This light fixture is taking about 350 watts. I need to swap that out with some LEDs with high color rendering index. These are my crates of kitchen stuff right here. And that's a weird little room that I can't fit in. So I just stack up these crates and put them right inside that door. Oh, we got random artwork on the wall. I think it's the... Oh no, that's the second thing I've hung. Hang on, let me show you the art gallery. If we go down here, there's this little thing. Oop. Need to fix that. There we go. Ta-da! We've got this spot on the wall here. We've got the Indiana Jones poster that I modified. Yeah. A bunch of these dimmer switches need replacing, so probably have to deal with that before something catches fire. Okay, memory card's almost full, so I'm going to copy this to the computer, and then I think we're going to get back into the swing of talking to this camera. Oh, and real quick, in this room here that we're calling the living room, I just went through. It looks worse on camera, but everything was in the middle of the floor. So I just crammed everything onto all the assorted shelves that are in here. Oh, we've got our consumer information sign up. But yeah, I just put everything on shelves, so at least it's not on the floor. And it's up off the ground. I can go through stuff and find it a little bit easier. But yeah, we're slowly finding places for things. Or something. And on the 27th day, a shaft of light shone down from the heavens, illuminating the liquid known as nectar of the gods. It's so powerful, light does not escape its surface. Behold the caffeine. Oh look, some stuff has arrived. I think here we should have like a coffee grinder, also a wheelchair charger that I'm going to be testing out. Let's see what else, a couple of ozone generators, something else? Anyways, let's tear this open and see what we got. Okay, this thing here is supposedly an ozone generator that runs on a lithium-ion battery, and it claims that it claims that you can put it in the refrigerator and it'll still work. I'm not sure how much power it pulls. I know lithium-ion batteries aren't the biggest fans of super cold temperatures, but let's plug this thing in and see if it charges or catches fire. Definitely looks like a thing. 5 volts, 1 amp, 3 watts. We've got a little book here. Long press the switch, indicator light flashing, operates 20 minutes at a time, stops working subsequently for 6 hours, operates again. See if it's charged. Okay, so apparently the instructions are wrong. Oh. Something spooled up. Ah. Okay, so that'll run for 40 minutes, which should be oh wow. That's a lot of ozone. Oh, I can see the Corona discharge in there. Wait, can you see that? Yeah, see that blue right there? That's Corona discharge. Ignore this up here, that's just an LED light, but this right here, now if I turn it off, that'll go away. That's actually a pretty substantial amount. Okay, I'm gonna charge this thing up, and then we're gonna stick it in the fridge and see if it gets rid of our garlic odor. I'm pretty sure it will. Next up we have something really cool. These I'm actually really excited for. This is a microphone system that connects to cameras, GoPros, phones, things like that. It's got 2 microphone transmitters and 1 receiver. So, when we're out running around doing trail runs with friends or stuff outside or whatever, I can mic up myself and my friend so people can hear. Oh, it comes in a case. Nice. Ta-da! Oh, they're tiny. They look a lot bigger in the photos. So these two here are transmitters. They've got clips on the back. This is a receiver. And these clips are just the right size so they fit into a cold shoe. Okay, I don't know the audio level, so I'm talking kind of quietly. But yeah, this is the built-in microphone on the top. These even have a headphone jack so you can monitor the sound level. Actually, let me plug in one of the lab mics and see what that sounds like. Okay, this is the... Oh, that is way more sensitive. This is the lav mic. We'll have to adjust our audio levels. But I think it's cool that you can just use this thing instead. I'm a nerd for camera gear. Okay, back to the onboard mic. Next up, we have another box. What is this? Oh, this is the wheelchair charger. So this, it looked interesting. I can't tell the quality of it though. Online, it looked like this cord and this grommet was, yeah, it's a little bit loosey-goosey. We've got a regular, what was that, ICC connector on there, like a computer power supply connector. And charging indicator here in the back. Before I plug this thing in, I'm going to take it apart though, and make sure it is in fact safe. Stage 1, desulfating, bulk charge, absorption, float. 24 volt gel, AGM, SLA, VRLA, and wet. Okay, we're going to play around with this thing. I think it was like $45 or maybe $39, something like that. That's the process though, is I got to buy a bunch of these things, look through them, see what's good, and then when I find something that's good, I can buy a whole bunch of them and try to get them in stock with a volume discount and stuff like that. Then get them up on the website. Okay, now that is stylish. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Okay, I've got this thing connected to the camera. Got it on my shirt now. So in theory, I can wander around and you should be able to hear me. I don't know what the range is, but we're going to do a lap here and see if you can still hear me. They've only got a 12 millisecond lag time, which isn't too bad, I guess. But I'm just kind of not sure about the range. If I can get around everything through the house here and you can still hear me, I think we'll be good to go. Yeah, let's see how that sounds. Welcome back to Adventures in Craigslisting from a wheelchair. Getting some money from an ATM at the moment. So I was looking for a wooden box or something I can put on the front porch so that Amazon deliveries can go into them. And mail and other stuff like that. So I found this little cedar chest and I emailed them yesterday about it, but they got back to me today and they're like, oh yeah, we're here, blah, 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 and they sent me their address. So I used to drive a truck locally doing business-to-business deliveries, and when they gave me the address, I was like, oh, that's a really dangerous, narrow road, and all the driveways are super narrow, and there's definitely not enough room for me to fit this van down the driveway and deploy the wheelchair lift. So I spilled the beans. Normally I don't say anything about being in a wheelchair when I'm buying stuff on Craigslist, just because as soon as you do that, a lot of times they'll ghost you or things get kind of weird. But I took a picture of my van with the lift deployed and I was like, hey, I might need some help here. I was just basically like, can we do a drive-through style? I'm in a wheelchair. I'm pretty sure I can't get out of my van there. So I'll just open the doors and if you guys can set the thing inside, that'd be great. But, you know, they said, hey, we're good. So I just stopped by an ATM. I'm headed over there. It's, well, I'll just show you once I get the thing. My plan is to maybe put a couple 2x4s on the ground to space this thing up a little bit. And then when I get deliveries and stuff, they can just open the lid and stick the stuff inside there. Because the ground's dirty and everything's full of bugs and all that stuff. And I think it'd be nice just to have a spot where I know all the packages will be delivered. But anyways, yeah, we'll be there shortly. Yeah, this road right here is like a main thoroughfare, but it's super narrow and like blind corners and stuff. Oh, it's this house right up here on the corner. Let's see here. 814. 5. Here it is. Oh man, this is gonna be sketchy. Hey, how's it going? You had the chest for sale? All right, if you walk down past the side doors, I'll open them up and then you should be able to get in. They're power doors.
Okay, do they open like this?
Yeah, yeah, so you probably want to go down that way a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
How you doing?
Not too bad.
Good.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with this area, and I was like, I think that's on a blind corner on a super narrow street. Yeah, just shove it in there anywhere, it's great.
Okay.
Awesome. Here's your $30.
Right, thanks a lot.
Hey.
I'll stand out there to guide the traffic as you reverse.
Okay.
So on this side, there's a large patch of gravel that you can reverse into.
I'm going to pull forward a little bit so I can kind of get an angle to get over there, and then I think we should be good.
Okay, absolutely.
Awesome, thank you.
Stand out this side.
I'll get the doors. This is one of the sketchiest spots ever. All right, thank you. Have a good one. Oh my gosh. That was the most dangerous thing I've ever bought. She went and stood in the street to block traffic so I could get out. The driveway was so steep that even with an automatic transmission with a big V8, the second I let off the brake, this thing started rolling backwards hardcore. Oh man. I wonder if that's the reason they're moving. The house was for sale. It said sale pending and they were moving a bunch of stuff out. But anyways, we've got a wooden chest now. I don't know if you can see it back there or not. I can normally fit my vehicles anywhere, but that particular road is known for road rage, bumper to bumper traffic, and just like nobody has 3 seconds to wait for anything. Oh, all right, cool, we got it done. Luckily I don't care about what this thing looks like. We'll inspect it when we get back. So this white van doesn't have an e-brake. It used to have an electric one back when it had EMC drive controls, and I couldn't shift into park. The hill was steep enough that if I'd done that, I'm pretty sure it would have broken the parking pole on this automatic transmission, and or I might not have been able to get it back out of park. So I was sitting there with one hand holding the handbrake down so the thing wouldn't roll away on me. All right, here we are. I almost kind of feel bad putting this thing outside on the street, but yeah, I think we should be all right. It looks a lot nicer than it is structurally. She said one of the sides is kind of falling off of it, but yeah, I think this will work great. I'm just gonna leave it in the van for right now, though. It's almost 80 degrees outside, and oh, it's nice and cool in here. That was gonna be my next thing. How is this house gonna do when it gets hot outside? Because we've got the concrete slab, which will kind of keep things cool, but we've got vaulted ceilings. So normally vaulted ceilings, you get a lot of heat and stuff up there, but then we got the concrete slab. So I don't know, we'll see. Half the house has AC. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. There's a mini split back in the bedroom, and then there's the other one up here. I guess once it gets hot enough, we'll fire those things up and see how much cold air they actually put out. But anyways, so the white van, it's usually about 10 to 15 degrees warmer inside that van than it is outside. That van was kind of a one-off custom conversion with the way the drop floor is on it. Reminder. And the way the firewall and the floor is, all the heat and stuff, basically, that chest must be made from cedar. I'm sneezing. But everything from the engine basically superheats the floor. So anyways, whew, all right, well, I'm gonna make some coffee, finish waking up, and yeah, things. By the way, I apparently had string cheese with me. I officially now feel like I've moved into this place and this house is mine. I don't know if it was the inaugural making of the first cold brew or what. Oh, and while we're talking about things, this is that battery powered ozone generator. I'm charging it up again. But I had the thing in the fridge overnight, and it works spectacularly. So this one has the freezer drawer on the bottom, so it's not like your typical fridge where the cold air starts at the top and just trickles its way down. It's actually got a dual zone something or other, and you can adjust your temperatures independently up here. But yeah, it smells like a fresh summer breeze in here. It's great. By the way, I recently discovered that V8 juice exists. This stuff is amazing, especially the spicy hot. That is the way to go. So, getting the living room organized. I think having the houseplants in here helps a little bit. Got stuff on shelves over here. Still trying to figure out what to do with furniture. This light fixture, we're gonna have to do something with this. Actually, here. The mount up here on the ceiling, I think, is trying to fall off. Because if you notice, see how it wiggles? And while it doesn't affect me, everyone else hits their head on that thing when they come in here. But that box, okay, stop swinging. That box looks like it's trying to pull out of the ceiling. So that'll probably need to be addressed at some point. Luckily the house came with a 18-foot ladder. It's outside in the shed. So whenever I need people to do stuff, I can be like, hey, can you come over and grab the ladder and help me do some thingies? All right, coffee time. Okay, there we go. I keep saying stuff about lighting. I think I'm gonna have to actually get some lights and put them in various places because, like, when the skylight points over there, anyways, whatever. So I haven't exactly gone over, actually, let's scurry outside real quick. I'm about to get a delivery. I'm looking at the map, it's almost here. And I got that box set up outside. We'll see if the delivery driver uses it. Part of my cameras have been installed, not all of them yet, but we should be able to see. I would assume they'll just see the sign and put the stuff inside the box. The other option would be is they'll put it on top of the box. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't want stuff on the ground. It's hard to reach. Although that box is on the ground. But it's a couple inches off the ground. I don't know, whatever, I'll be back. So, for whatever reason, everybody that drives by that lives on this street slows down, and everyone in the car tries to, like, look in through the blinds and stuff. Or at least they're inspecting everything out front. It's like, I guess there's a new person in this house? I don't know. This is one of those neighborhoods, it seems like it's, not quite Edward Scissorhands-ish, but like, I don't know. Everybody wants to know everything that's going on. Some lady that was walking by when I was leaving the other day came up to me. I was sitting in the van, and I was waiting for the lift to stow and close the doors and stuff. She was like, hey, how's it going? I like walk here, you know, are you moving in? Like, do you live here by yourself? And like all these super weird questions. And I'm just like, okay. I don't know. Interestingness. I guess I'm also not used to living in neighborhoods. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just I don't know. I guess I don't normally like talking to the neighbors or knowing what's going on. But I think in this scenario, I might have to occasionally chat with people. Otherwise, they're going to be like, oh, that's that weirdo that always has the blinds closed and he never talks to anyone. Yeah, I'm not good with social stuff. I just want to be left alone. Ooh, there's an Amazon truck. Okay, let's see if they put my deliveries in the box out front or not. I'll be right back. The front entryway in this house is a little bit confusing, but it seemed to have worked. I thought this package was going to be bigger. This is replacement, apparently they're called adjustment wands for mini blinds, because there's a few of the mini blinds on the house that are missing the wand, and, oh, They're a little shorter than I thought. Oh, and they don't have the clips on the end. They just have holes. Alright, well maybe these will work. So these blinds are getting replaced because they're all messed up, but as you can see, there's no, well, there's no these things on there. So, I don't know if I can attach these. The other ones in the house have a little clip on the end of them. Well, let's use our seat elevator and see if we can get up there and see what's going on. Alright, so all the other ones in the house have kind of a slot cut in the end. So I did this with a box cutter. Let's see if, hang on here. Let's see if this will latch on here. Hey, oh, no. Hang on, this is a two-handed thing. Alright, I got it attached. It seems to be hanging on there. That's basically how the rest of them in the house work. So, yeah. Only one problem. It's still ridiculously short. Alright, that was a lot of leaning over. These blinds are getting replaced, but it's going to take about a month for them to be custom made or whatever. Let me lower this chair back down. And let's see if I can reach it. Oh yeah, that'll work. I can just barely reach it. That'll get the job done. It was like $9 for a 2-pack of these, though. Well, there's another window in the dining room, so I'm gonna go get this one installed now. And there's the abrupt transition. That's all for today. I'm still pretty far behind on a lot of emails and messages and things. So if you send a message or an email or whatnot, I am getting through the list slowly. I hope to have everything caught up within the next few days or so. I'm still trying to figure out stuff here at this house as far as like filming stuff. We're gonna be installing another warehouse rack in the garage, so that should give a little more space, and I can get all my tools and metalworking equipment and stuff set up out there. I can't work on stuff in the driveway, and yeah, there's a few little things I'm kind of adjusting to, but yeah, we're making progress. Getting moved in. I feel like it's my place now, which is a good thing. And yeah. Link to the stream down below for disassembling that battery charger. We took apart that chromy blue one. And by the way, on that thing, it's hard to tell the quality of everything unless you actually reverse engineer it. Check out all the layout and look up all the components and everything. I heard from a number of people that those things are pretty crummy. I plugged it in, the fan didn't work. It started to get really hot and blinking lights and stuff at me, so that's going back to Amazon. But we also take apart, it's not here, but we also take apart one of the newer style, not the Volt Max, but a good quality Permobil charger on that stream. So if you've got a couple hours you want to waste, link down below for that. I'll catch you guys in a few days.